Good morning, everyone. This is Paris Prokopis. I'm an account manager here at MIG, and I'm just going to wait a couple of more minutes, waiting for a couple more people to join us who express interest in joining us, and then we'll get started. Thank you for your patience. Okay, everyone, let's get started. Thank you for joining us for our MIG Support and Training webinar. I am Paris Prokopis, and I'm an account manager here at MIG. Next slide, please. Thank you. With all our webinars, we have the opportunity, you can either log in through voice over IP and using your computer, mic, and speakers. Otherwise, you can choose telephone to dial in using the information provided. And if you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to submit those questions and comments via the questions panel, and then we'll have time for a Q&A period after the presentation. And then real quick agenda, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about who MIG is. I'm gonna talk about our support plans, the basics of our training plans, and then we're gonna give you a case study, just kind of a case study of a customer that's really been able to take advantage of our support and training. And then finally, we'll have a Q&A period. Now, first of all, a little bit about us. MIG specializes in the implementation of financial and business management systems. We use these to help our customers streamline your processes and maximize your productivity. The solutions we do work with, we have customers that work with Dynamics GP, Dynamics SL, CRM. We also work with Microsoft SharePoint and Business Intelligence. We have well over 15 years of experience in the marketplace, and we focus on both mid-market and enterprise level types of customers. We also have several certifications. We are a Microsoft Gold certified partner. We're recognized by Microsoft Business Solutions as a premier ERP and ERP VAR, and it takes much to be able to attain that level of consistency with Microsoft. They have a very, very intense process that you have to be in order to be considered a gold level partner. We are BBB accredited, and we are a GSA approved vendor. We also work, working with government contracts and what have you. And our webinars can typically be taken for CPE credit. So, wanted to talk about our support plans. Prescription for Health across the IT lifecycle. MIG is here to support you at every stage of your software solution investment. We deploy, we run, we plan, and it's a constant cycle because you're always not only just utilizing the software, but you're upgrading, you're making changes to your infrastructure, you have changes in personnel, and sometimes changes in business processes. We always use a better safe than sorry mentality with this. We help you assess and plan through reviews and health checks. There's an annual systems audit, things like that. Risk assessment programs where we actually will determine if you're at risk for any issues that you're outdated, you need to upgrade, your server isn't running stable, isn't stable, or what have you. We also look at any issues you are having, go through that. We can engineer solutions for you. We also do online training, workshops, webinars like this one. We have more in-depth subject matter as well in our webinars. And we also work on prevention and we are your IT service manager for your Microsoft Dynamics systems. Some of the main features of our support plans, we help you. We do provide questions and answers where you just have a question. Hey, how do I add a user? Or how do I change security credentials? Something real general like that. We'll help you with that. Any break fixes, something isn't working, you're not able to print checks, or something's not talking with something else. We're able to help you with that. Obviously, training, and we'll talk about a little bit about that a little bit later. We also offer, with our support plans, year-end close assistance. We do offer off-site assistance with that. And I mentioned before, we do a checkup with one of our technical consultants and a business analyst just to do, just an annual system audit of sorts. And we help you with customer source assistance if you are having any issues getting on a Microsoft's customer source. And, we give you a review of all the incidents that you've used, and many more features that are too numerous to mention here. We have 3 customized support plans to meet your needs. There's a base plan, the plus plan, and the premium plan, and it just depends on your customer's needs as to what level you'd be at. Here's a basic breakdown of what these support plans include at each level. For example, you're given on the problems and break fixes. Those are the big issues. You get 8 of those a year with the base. You get 15 a year with the plus. You get over 50 a year with the premium. And once again, it depends on how much you utilize it, how much you feel you're going to be utilizing it. And we've had customers go up and down each year depending on their needs. Usually, they'll go with a higher plan if they've just implemented or just upgraded, because there's going to be more, things that pop up. And along with these plans, the plus and premium plans also include additional training hours, and 5 training hours for plus and 10 training hours for premium per year. And then year-end close assistance, that's all included with the plus and the premium support contracts as well. Along with the individual plans, all our plans include the annual system audit. They also include assistance with customer source, that's all part of it, the yearly review of all your incidents, and priority invitation to webinars and seminars. Our hours of operation are typically 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. We have an email address that we use. You can just email us at support@mig.com, or you can call our number, which is listed here. And basically, with any sort of support cases you may have, we require all customers to be on some sort of support plan with MIG. We don't do a pay-as-you-go type of support model. We changed that about 2 years ago. So our customers are on some sort of support plan. And now I want to turn to MIG training specifically. And as I mentioned, part of it's included with support plans, but you can also buy training hours a la carte. We are a trusted Microsoft partner, and here at MIG, we understand that learning to use your new software or introducing new employees to your existing accounting software, it can be time-consuming. In order to speed up your rate of adoption, we offer customized training courses for all different types of employees. And these courses are taught by our Microsoft certified instructors. They're experienced and knowledgeable, and they can break down the functionality and everything into, something that everybody can understand. Very easy to understand, very easy. And most of our consultants have had experience in the private sector also working with companies. So we have the user experience as well, not just on the implementation side. We have various tracks that you can use, just to focus on the experience level and what have you. And then we also offer the customized packages where you can specifically get training on one specific thing that you really want to learn. Let's say you wanted to get up to speed on management reporter specifically, we can set that up. There's an introduction track, a financials track, advanced track, and custom training, obviously. The different tracks, the introduction tracks are mainly for new users. If a new company, you're just implementing Dynamics, it's just basically an overall, what does Microsoft Dynamics do, the ABCs of Microsoft Dynamics, whichever software you're on, if you're on SL or GP or what have you. And then there's a financials track where you can get into more in depth into the financial management, getting into general ledger, receivables, payables, smart lists, fixed assets, and many more things. And then the advanced track we offer, if your company uses Forecaster, for instance, or I mentioned management reporter, inventory control, purchase order processing, sales order processing, and these aren't, the training's not limited to things on this list. And there's various things that we can do. It's just, it depends on what your needs are at any given time. So, and I want to talk about a specific case study. We had a company, Lawrence Repack, that came to us. They had a previous VAR that they were working with, and they had gotten a new controller. And at the beginning of 2015, they came over to MIG to request our assistance. They had a number of incorrect settings in the configuration of the company's existing implementation. Their previous service provider had not tracked and documented the system's original configuration and setup. The causes of the system errors were difficult to track down, and the system was far less efficient. And we assisted them to go through all that. Our solution, we devised a customized training program that focused on giving the end users more confidence with the Microsoft Dynamics GP in their case. The training emphasized efficient processes, time-saving automation, just to eliminate those manual procedures and increase control of their transactions, and that was very important to them. And we went through the entire system to identify how the data was flowing through the system, and then we addressed any sort of problems that were there. And with the training, we empowered the Repack employees with their best practices and procedures, which ultimately helped save them additional costs and having to use our services. When we like to empower our companies, our customers, our partners, as we like to say, we like to empower them to manage their own system. Because ultimately this makes us more of a resource to you than, hey, we need your help, we can't do this kind of thing. But and then we are always there when it's something you're not able to do. So now open it up to any questions you may have. We'll give it a moment here to see if you have anything. Someone's asking if we can get a copy of the presentation, and once it's complete, yes, we will be sending out a copy of the presentation to all the attendees. This way, you'll be able to see that. And then we also have all this information on our website, which we'll get to. Okay, someone's asking about response time. With support, if you're in a support contract, you get more priority service, and then the higher level support contract you are, the higher priority you are in the queue, and that gives you, more peace of mind and what have you. And the beautiful part about being on a support contract, it's only one transaction per year, as opposed to having to pay per incident and that type of thing. So it's a much more efficient way. So you're cutting less checks and what have you. And okay, someone's asking how much are the support contracts and training? Well, we'll have various options. You can definitely contact us, and I'll give you an email address at the end of the presentation where you can actually, we can go through that and find whatever plan meets your needs. And as far as training goes, you can buy blocks of hours. You can just get specific hours. So we have some customers that'll just buy a block of 10 hours and they'll use it over 2-3 months on various things. Otherwise, we set up a specific plan as well, a specific course, and we'll provide a proposal for that. But it's basically based on your hourly rate. Okay, we'll give it another moment to see if there's any other questions. And it looks up, and someone's asking if the annual systems audit is on site. No, we do here at MIG. We're a remote model. We do all our work remotely, and that is how we handle everything. Everything with technology nowadays, VPN technology, what have you, it's very easy to handle everything remote. We do full-fledged implementations remotely as well. So, but that also makes us more available when you're not having to wait for travel time to your office location, what have you. It gives us the ability to be more responsive. And then with training, you can have multiple people in one training session. Most customers will use a conference room and get as many people in there as they can. So, all right. Well, I think that. So, hold on a second. One more question. Can you give us an example, like what questions are to be part of the 15? Okay, if a question is something that's real general, it typically takes less than a half an hour to fix. It is, excuse me, it is very general things like how do I log in? I'm having an issue creating adding a new employee. I forgot how to do that. That kind of thing. Those are typical questions. Or where do I find a database? Real general things. And once again, that's usually limited to a part of the. It's limited to part of that like half-hour time frame, and that's what it is. Now, a problem or break fix is something where something's literally not working, and usually that's about a 3-hour window. If something we can fix in 3 hours, we get it taken care of. And then anything that goes above 3 hours, if you're 3 hours and 15 minutes, we'll probably just keep it in that range, use another case or what have you. But if it goes beyond that amount, to scope it out, because then it becomes a project and needs some project management and what have you. So it's more detailed. And there have been some issues that customer issue we went in as a support case and ultimately ended up being a project because it was a larger issue. Something had really broken in their system and it needed to be fixed. And then yes, this individual is asking, can I sign in count as one, or what it's a little sketchy question. They're asking if it's a complicated question, if it's still valid. If we can take care of it within a half an hour time frame, it still would count as a question. So, and our support manager is very strong on that end, and we'll work with you. You'll know ahead of time, hey, that's going to be a bigger issue to take care of. So there shouldn't be any surprises in that respect. Our customers with support contracts have really, really benefited from all the features, especially the training end of it, and the year-end close assistance is a big help for many of our customers. So. How about balances and how many questions are left? So someone's asking. I'm assuming at the end of the year. In this case, if you have any questions left or what have you, it's everything consumed within that time frame, within that 12-month period. And once that 12-month, it expires. It has an expiration date 1 year from when we actually receive payment. So if there are any left, typically those are lost. What'll happen is, let's say we have a customer that's on a Premier plan and they only use 45 cases or 40 cases, and they decide they're not going to be using as much support. They lowered their plan to a plus plan, and it may work really well. And then if you do run out of questions, we also let you know that. If you're running out, we let you know ahead of time, and then you can purchase an additional support contract, or you can purchase an upgrade. So if you're Plus and you upgrade to the Premier plan, you just pay the difference and then you just upgrade. You know, we've had customers that 2 months later all of a sudden have used all their cases and they upgraded to the next plan. They have more cases. Then you're not paying the full amount. And then we've had other customers literally that would buy a second support contract because they know they were going to be using it. So we know all that. So let's see if there's any more questions. Great discussion. I like all the questions that are being asked. Okay, it looks like that's all our questions. So go ahead. At the end of this webinar, we have a survey, and this is to help us evaluate and improve our webinars. I realize this was a much shorter webinar than we normally do. We usually have a topic-based webinar, but we felt it was important that our customers know what training options and what support options there were with us. So we want to thank you for attending. As I mentioned, if there's any questions, if you want to get an idea of how much a specific training track would be or what have you, feel free to send us an email at info@mig.com or contact your account manager. And all this information is also on our website at www.mig.com. And everything's there. And there's also additional case studies as well of different customers that have used us for all our services, everything from full-fledged ERP implementations to just simple answering of questions and such. So I want to thank everyone for joining us, and I hope everyone has a great day.